Are we on? Is this thing on? Hey everybody, guess who? It's Daphne! I was thinking of using this in a microphone. Like a nice big, outrageous microphone. Is this thing on? Check this thing out. I know, right? It's pretty incredible that we ever believed that shit. But listen, as I was looking at this globe, I wanted to tell everybody my findings. It was actually quite interesting. I spun this globe last night for probably 2 hours, just looking at it, just off and on. And every time I'd sit it down, I'd pick it back up again and start looking at it because it was just so interesting. And there were so many things on it that were blatantly inconsistent, maybe even somewhat funny. And I wanted to point out the incredible difficulty that's involved in getting paper to wrap this way around a ball, and how many seams are actually in this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different seams to hold it, well, not to hold it, but to get it to where it needs to be, because otherwise it would bunch and look stupid. It's a lot of labor, a lot of intense labor would have to go into designing this to be the way that it is. And then at the top there's world time, and then there's even the international date line, but at the bottom there's also pretty much no land. Isn't that interesting? That the South Pole has pretty much no land. This is not the most fascinating thing I found on this globe. The most fascinating thing I found on this globe is what it says on the bottom. Let's see if anybody can you read that? It says globes. It doesn't say this globe. It doesn't say some globes. It doesn't say just the small globes. It says globes. Globes are not meant for educational purpose, but only for decorative purpose. Globes. Right there, globes. Globes. Globes are not meant for educational purpose. Do you understand this? So they're telling you right here that you can't educate yourself about your world by looking at one of their fabrications of your world, because it is hugely inaccurate. Now, they probably want you to believe that it says that because of things like this, like that's Alaska. Well, what the fuck happened to Alaska there? It's a seam. That's how difficult it is. But that disclaimer is there because it's not meant for educational purposes. No globes are.